What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man. Welcome back to another post-game recap. As the Lakers conclude the preseason finale versus the Golden State Warriors, and they dropped this one, but it was an all-fail, man. Today was actually a good day. Other than the only loss we had today was Alex Caruso getting injured, so hopefully he gets back to us healthy soon because we're gonna need him for the regular season. But all in all, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all see the title, man. This was a huge win in a preseason finale. Just to let you know, the Warriors needed all of their starters to close us out because we were actually, for 3 quarters, we stayed in it. I was very proud of the young cats, especially because most of these guys are G Leaguers. And even KCP balled out in the first quarter. Then he started getting sloppy towards the second quarter and then towards the end of the game. But, yo, we found another diamond in the rough. And let me tell you something, man. There was a murder scene right there in the Oracle Arena, or whatever you want to call that arena, the new arena, the Golden State Arena. There was a murder scene, man. There was a crime scene, and I'm talking about Zach Norvell killing Jordan Poole. This man left just a puddle of blood right there, a pool of blood. The way he crossed him over for the second time this preseason. So he just left a pool of blood and just marked the kid for the second time, and he's a beast, And not just that, I hate to throw out puns, but we just know what Jordan Poole is going to go as for Halloween after this preseason, right? He's going to be a Deadpool, man, because he was just killed multiple times this preseason by our boy Zach Norvell. So I got to tell you, man, I really like Zach Norvell. I mean, I can't put a finger on him, but he kind of reminds me a little bit of Michael Redd. You guys remember Michael Redd from the Milwaukee Bucks? That's kind of what he reminds me of. Now, this kid went undrafted, right, from Gonzaga. The Lakers picked him up in training camp. And he's been killing them. And he looks like one of the steals of the draft, if not the steal. I mean, I won't say fully the steal because this Alexander Walker kid for the Pelicans looks sick as well. But Norvell is nasty, man. And let me tell you, he ended up with 29 points on a very efficient shooting night. Not just that, but he has handles. He can finish at the basket. He has a pretty good passing IQ as well. When he gets off of that screen and roll, I mean, he was doing a good job hitting the roll man or hitting the cutters. And I just really liked his overall game. I was super hyped watching this, man. Everything about the kid just screams confidence to me. Even on the defensive end, you guys see him put the clamps on Curry for a couple of possessions. He even stole the ball and Curry pushed him on that one play that they challenged it. But Zach Norvell is the real deal, man. And like I said, reminds me of Michael Redd, who I think was also undrafted or a late second-round pick. I don't remember. But Michael Redd, when he was with the Milwaukee Bucks, was a beast. He was a sniper too, catch and shoot. He could take you off the dribble a little bit, looking like Gumbo Shrimp, but he was just a beast. Now, I'm going to say this. All right, I'm going to give out the grades for the players in the preseason, and I'll tell you who impressed me the most. Let's start off with who impressed me the least, and that's KCP. Now, tonight he had a little bit of a better game. We know that, obviously, right? KCP is a goof, man. Every time he puts the ball on the floor, we just never know what's going to happen, right? It's always like a mystery. It's like a fortune cookie, except a fortune cookie gone bad, right? Gone spoiled, rotten. His shot, when he catches and shoots, and he's more decisive and he's just aggressive attacking, he's so much better. That's why the bench role is suited for him. However, he's so inconsistent. So for that reason, I'm going to give KCP a D+. It was going to be an F, but tonight he stepped it up a little bit. So I'll fix the title. Don't worry about it, man. I just did it real quick. But all in all, I got to tell you, I was disappointed this preseason so far with KCP. However, it's just preseason, and let's hope that he steps it up. The next person that I was kind of disappointed with, from my list is Jared Dudley. Man, he looked very sloppy at times, and I get it. He's not here for too much gameplay. When Kuzma comes back, he's going to take the bulk of those minutes. But Dudley needs to do a better job of not turning the ball over. He tries to take it off the dribble, and it's a disaster as well. So him and KCP are kind of hand in hand with the whole dribbling stuff. So for that reason, I give the same exact grade to Jared Dudley. Now, I'm going to go down the list. I'm going to rate everybody. I'm going to give you guys a grade for everybody. Now, for the Lakers, man, Devontae Cacok, he's somebody that's going to be with the Lakers G League team, and I want to see him continue to develop. But I truly like him. I mean, tonight, again, he finished with 16 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, just a well-rounded game. That's what he does. So, I mean, for Cacok, I'm going to give him a C+. He impressed me on the boards. It's a tough criticism, but I don't just throw out A's like that. So I'm going to give him a C+ because he was very above average, and he did exactly what he does, just hustle and grit. There's not too much skill set, but he does have a good nose for the ball, right? That's what he has, Devontae Kaycock. So I really like his game. Let's see if they continue to develop him. One thing I'll say about this coaching staff, they've been phenomenal, calling timeouts at the right time. You could also see that the young players are playing with a lot of confidence, so that the coaching staff is infusing the young players with the green light, the confidence for them to go out there and perform, as you can see with Zach Norvell. So I'm gonna give the coaching staff an A. I really like the way they came out and coached. You can see that even in the first quarter, we came out firing on all cylinders, and then we ran out of gas. But the coaching staff did a good job to prepare us to come out hungry from the gates. And really, we competed for 3 quarters. So I'm not mad about this game at all. The next person I want to rate is Demetrius Jackson. Now, Demetrius Jackson is somebody who plays hard at all times, but his skill set, he's a little bit undersized, and his skill set, he gets a little sloppy with the handles. He has some nice highlight plays here and there, but he also had some pretty sloppy turnovers. For that reason, I'm going to give him a C- because he got too sloppy at times. It's hard for me to give him a higher grade because I just don't like it when players are all over the place with the dribbling. I mean, half of the time, I was afraid that he was going to turn the ball over as well. So those were, him, KCP, and Jared Dudley, as far as handling the rock, seemed dangerous for me. That's why I gave him a C-. But I did like the fact that he was aggressive attacking the rim. I like it when he got in the lane and play made. I like his speed as well. So Demetrius Jackson gets a C- from me. Now, the next player is very raw, but I see the potential, man. I do see the potential. That's Kostas Antetokounmpo. I call him Giannis on Twitter today because he was looking dominant, man. He was blocking shots. He was looking really good defensively. Now, he's still raw. He's like a bull in the china shop, right? You give him the ball, it's probably going to be a turnover too if he puts it on the floor. However, where he does shine is his weak side defense, helping out others when they get beat off the dribble. Rebounding, he's very tenacious. He goes up high to get those rebounds. I like that. And catching and dunking. That's what he can do for now. Still very raw player. I would like to see him develop some a little layup package to take it to the hole, use that length and athleticism to finish. Kind of like Zion does, but not exactly because Zion is just super explosive. But you get the point, right? With that big body, he should be able to finish a little bit better around the rim, but he's still young, and I want to see what they do with him with the defenders and continue to develop him. For this kid, I'm going to give him just a C, because the things he his strengths are really good. His lack, like this guy said right here, perfectly said. His lack of court awareness is an understatement. So yeah, he needs to develop his IQ, footwork, stuff like that. He needs to stop having break hands because it feels like, man, like he was going to lose the ball a lot, like stone hands, kind of similar to Kwame. I don't want to put him in that category, but still, you get to see he was impressive in the defensive end and rebounding, and he was not so impressive in creating his own offense and playmaking and stuff like that. So he gets a C from me. Who else am I missing? Let's see. Let's go with Alex Caruso. He had a very, very subpar preseason, and for that reason, we expect higher from Alex Caruso. I wanted him to be like a B- in the preseason at least. So I'm gonna give him a C- because he was a whole level under that, right? He was a whole level under that. He turned the ball over. He looked a little shaky. Unfortunately, he got injured tonight, so he didn't get to redeem himself in this last game. But Alex Caruso will get a C- this preseason for me, and hopefully he ups that grade as the season progresses. I think he will. But he can't get complacent and be happy with the contract he has. Some players are like that. They'll play really hard for a contract. Now, I'm not accusing Caruso because he's a baller, but some players, once they get their contract and they feel secure, they kind of turn it down a notch. We don't need that. We need them to turn it up even another notch. Play smart, attack the rim, finish at the basket, hit open shots, and pick and roll plays between him and JaVale and different bigs like Dwight. It's going to be crucial. So, that's what we need from him. Let me see. Let me go back and look at the list. Troy Daniels, we got a very small sample size, but what we did know about him, I mean, we didn't learn nothing new. We knew he was a shooter, catch and shoot guy. What else will he bring to the team? Therefore, I'm gonna give him a C+ just because that specific attribute we need from him, the shooting, is really good in a small sample size. So C+ for him because he's special. He's a specialized shooter, similar to Korver, but not as consistent and effective. Let me see who else. Let's go with Quinn Cook. Yeah, let's go with Quinn Cook. Quinn Cook, we just basically got to see him one game. But in that one game, we basically saw what he was doing last year in the playoffs for the Warriors and during certain stints in the regular season. Quinn Cook gets a B+ for me. I know it's a high grade, but Cook can shoot off the dribble. He can catch and shoot. He's a solid defender, and he's pretty quick in transition. So I like Quinn Cook. He gets a B+ because he was highly impressive in that one One game he showed. That's why they benched him tonight. They don't need to see no more. They know what he's going to bring to the table. Let's go with Rajon Rondo. Rondo is a very polarizing player amongst Laker fans. Some people like him, some really hate him. They're like, oh, man, I hope we trade him. I hope he gets injured. Now, we should never say any player should get injured, but I know you guys are being sarcastic. But still, Rajon Rondo, to me, his value is going to come in the playoffs. I don't want to see it in preseason. Regular season, from time to time, he'll have a big game. Remember last year when he hit that buzzer beater and killed the Boston Celtics at the end? That was beautiful to watch. So Rondo can be a big-time player from time to time, but we shouldn't expect that from him. One thing is that the ball does move a lot better when he's off the floor because he tends to hold it a lot. And since he can't catch and shoot that consistent yet, even though last year was kind of a career year for him, sometimes he needs to hold the ball. So off the bench, I don't think he's going to be a problem. I like him off the bench, and I hope that he just moves the rock when the rock is finding the energy and all that. I hope he plays within the offense. For Rondo though, for this preseason, he had like one impressive game. I think it was versus the Warriors, and I'll give him a C. I'll give him a C because I expect a little bit more from Rondo, but I know it's just preseason. But to be fair to the rest, I'm gonna give him a C. Let me see here. Who am I missing, guys? Talk to me. Pope, we already got him. Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, D12, man, or used to be D12. Dwight Howard, really impressed. His energy, his mindset is the most impressive thing. I mean, he's coming ready to perform. I mean, he brought his suitcase and he left his clown suit over there with the last couple of teams where he was at. So that's good. He brought his briefcase and his suit, and he's all business. So Dwight Howard, you know what? I'm going to give him a B+. I'm feeling very generous with Dwight. I like everything about him so far in preseason. Even the free throws at times, he looked even a little bit better than he has in his career. But I know it's just preseason. He still gets a B+ for effort, for the mindset and the energy and the right mentality. Hopefully this sets the tone for a season for him. Hopefully he continues to develop and get back to similar to the old beast he used to be. But again, we shouldn't place those kind of expectations on him, right? So that's Dwight right there. He gets a B+ from me just for the effort and mindset. JaVale McGee as well. I really like everything he did. He was one of the more impressive players along with Norvell. JaVale McGee gets a B+ as well. I really like the way he came out, man. JaVale McGee is a starting center in this league. And I know there was question marks about him back when he was Shaq and the Fool and stuff, but he has truly redeemed himself. He's become a champion. He's become consistent. Offensively, he could get sloppy from time to time, but defensively, rebounding, and all the hustle plays, you know what? You're right. Let's give him an A. Absolutely, Vern. I agree with you. Let's give JaVale McGee an A for sure. I mean, there's not much he didn't do right during this preseason. If he just brings that same energy, hustle, and grit, hopefully he continues to get better within the scheme of the offense. And Frank Vogel does a great job. If you have noticed, people are moving without the ball extremely well. So McGee gets an A from me because he was probably the most efficient player in preseason. Now let's go with everybody's favorite player right now, Zach Norvell. I mean, he's killing, right? He's just killing it. I mean, he doesn't do much that you don't like from a young player. But my favorite thing with him is that he's fearless. He's like Jet Li right now, man. He's fearless. Like I said, Jordan Poole, it's no longer Jordan Poole. That's Deadpool. He killed him, man. Left the pool of blood twice. Once on the right side, once on the left. Just murked him. And it ain't even Halloween yet, Norvell, man, I want to say A+, but he's still young. He's still young, and he has some developing to do. I just can't pinpoint exactly what his weakness is in this very small sample size. So I'm just going to give him an A. The A+ is, I think you guys know who I'm saving those for. The A+ will go to LeBron James and obviously, Anthony Davis. They get the A+ because they're just elevating this team to a whole nother level. And again, the coaching staff gets an A+ as well. Between those three, that three-headed horseman of the coaching staff, LeBron and AD, they're going to elevate every single teammate to another level. I mean, you saw how confident Quinn Cook was shooting, knowing that he had LeBron and AD and JaVale to rebound and crash the glass. I'm telling you, man, they get an A+ for sure. Now, he said, I'm not worried about his jump. His jumper's going to come, guys. He's been shooting like that his whole career. I'm not worried about his jumper. He still gets an A+ because defensively he's there, rebounding, he's there, changing everything. his playmaking surprised me. I knew he was a good playmaker, but dang, he was looking like a guard, man, crossing people over, hitting people with the left-handed bullet pass, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, passing out of double teams. His basketball IQ is second to none. Anthony Davis gets an A+. LeBron, A+. They are on a mission, and the coaching staff as well. So if I missed anybody, let me know in the comment section right here. I would like to know, man. I'm going to get you guys involved in a bit. Just needed to get all that off my chest real quick. Danny Green. There you go. Danny Green. Now, Danny Green didn't shoot particularly well, but that's not going to be a problem for him either. He's a champion with 2 different teams. I mean, he's going to adapt real quick. And we saw he started getting better as preseason progressed. So Danny Green will get a B- just because he didn't shoot lights out. But Danny Green, for his defense, his rebounding, his high basketball IQ, and his ability to knock down the 3-ball at a high rate, he gets a B-. I think he's going to be really great for us this season. Like I said, one of the most underrated pickups, from the offseason. So I'm very excited, man. Jared Dudley. I think I already rated him. I think I gave him a low grade as well because I said he turned the ball over too much for my liking. But, yeah, I think it was like a D- with KCP, him and him both. But, yeah, Danny Green's going to hit some clutch shots. I agree, Christmas. They're going to be big for us, big time. And I can't wait. Avery Bradley, thank you. I know I was missing somebody. Avery Bradley, man, defensively, on the perimeter, he's going to really shore up a lot of the holes we had last year. Bradley's defense is elite. If it's not elite, it's close to elite. I won't say elite because there's only like a good handful of players, but it's up there, and it could get to elite on this team. And what I mean by that is knowing that you have Anthony Davis and JaVale McGee in the backcourt, in the front court back there, just in case you get beat off the dribble, is going to allow him to gamble a little bit more. But I prefer for him to stay in front of his man because he's a great on-ball defender. But he also plays the passing lanes extremely well, similar to how Trevor Ariza used to play the passing lanes when he was a Laker. They're very good at reading sloppy passes and getting out in transition and stuff like that. So Avery Bradley, I give him a solid B, and he started knocking down 3-point shots later on. So I'm gonna give him a solid B. I know he can still take it up another level. His slashing game, we didn't really get to see too much of that, but he has a very similar slashing game to Jordan Clarkson. So I want to see a little more of that during the regular season. I'm sure he's gonna up that grade a little bit more. But Marcus Allen, I don't really want to give him a rating because he didn't really show too much. This was his first game, so I did like his hustle. So for that, I give him an A for effort. But he doesn't get an overall grade. He doesn't get an overall grade because I didn't see enough of him to really judge him like that. Him or Thornton Tucker, right? They don't get grades. So Costas, like I said, he's very raw. I think I already mentioned that. I think I already rated him. Yeah, he's very raw. He still has some work to do. Look at this. The crickets are joining right now. But, Costas is raw talent, and hopefully we develop him. So I think that pretty much covers everybody on a roster. Go ahead and Jackson. I got Demetrius Jackson already. I told you he's kind of sloppy. I didn't really like that, so I gave him, I think, was it a C or C-? I don't remember. But other than that, I do like how hard he plays and all that. So, yeah, I pretty much covered everybody on the roster, guys. Kuzma doesn't get a grade because obviously he didn't play in preseason. So we didn't get to see them. We're only judging preseason, right? So I'm not tripping on that. Quinn Cook, I already graded him as well. I think I gave him a B+ just because that one game he balled out. So everybody already got their grades. I'm not going to grade players that aren't on the roster like Stockton and nobody like that. So if you guys have any questions for me, I'm going to get off a little bit early just because I got work early tomorrow, man. But I truly enjoyed my time tonight. Norvell, big development. Diamond in the rough, I think he's going to be huge. If we ever bring him up from the G League, I think he can perform right away. He shows fearlessness. So you got to love that. Got to love that. He said, prisoners play better than KCP. That's tough, man. I think we should ease up on KCP just a little bit. I get it. He's very sloppy, low basketball IQ. But when he gets hot, he could be dangerous. He's like a rusty knife, right? You got to be careful and not get cut when you use it because you might catch an infection. But if you use it right, it's still a knife. So I hate to make that comparison, but KCP, our little rusty knife, from time to time he can be used properly. So it is what it is. At this point, though, like I said, we're so deep that I'm not expecting him to be great every night. I just need him to show up like this from time to time. And just please don't turn over the ball. That's all I ask. You know, that's it. I'm sure the coaching staff will make the proper adjustments and get in his head when the time is right. But truly enjoyed the game tonight, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. We only got not counting tonight, we got 3 more days till we get to whoop these Clippers, man. And I can't wait. I'm so excited for it, guys. It's been a long time coming, and we're truly blessed. This is going to be our year. I can just sense it, man. There's something great in the air. Even the way the coaching staff is prepping the G Leaguers shows you how ready, how ready we are to destroy this season. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, guys. Please, if you already haven't, please subscribe and hit that like button, man. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys pretty soon. We're going to get ready for that Clippers-Lakers matchup that we're just going to destroy, I promise. So I'll catch you guys then. And for now, take it easy, guys.